100 years ago, in this very building, a report published by Dr. Peter Bryce called Canada's residential schools a national crime.
He was a highly qualified, prestigious, medically trained specialist who had inspected the schools and said the conditions and the circumstances are deplorable, and children are not only sick, they are dying, and there's something that can and should and must be done about it. And he was ignored.
Ignored. Years of dismissal from the Department of Indian Affairs.
People back then did know better. People back then had solutions to save children's lives, and that the public was outraged. But when the headlines died, so did the children. And that's a lesson we need to take today.
Cindy Blackstock says thousands of lives could have been saved with that information a century ago, and yet schools kept running for decades.
Intergenerational trauma is real. We're in, the third generation. It wasn't too long ago in my community that they actually took the barbed wire off the schoolyard.
Now, a plaque will stand on the building sharing the story of Dr. Bryce in 3 languages, French, English, and Algonquin.
We are proud of him.
Some of his great-grandchildren and even great-great-great-grandchildren were present for the unveiling.
He started the process, and here we are 115 years later, and we're still working on reparations.
This plaque will be the first in downtown Ottawa to highlight residential schools. But for years, the First Nations Child and Family Caring Society has been pushing for 8 like it around the downtown core, and they hope that this and the story of Dr. Bryce is just the beginning. Abigail Bimman, Global News, Ottawa.
And we've shown this to you before, but we want to do it again. Residential school survivors and their families looking for help can call the Residential School Survivors and Family Crisis Line. The number is on your screen, 1-800-721-0066.